Hello there everyone, and welcome back to EverQuest Next Landmark. This video is going to be about harvesting, tools, and everything in between. So, sit back and I hope you enjoy the video. So, let's start off with the basics. Getting your tools. When you first start the game, you will start with a stone pickaxe. Right here you can see. It's the bare minimum. It lets you pass on to the next level, which is going to be copper. But it's better than nothing. If you bought the founder pack, you'll also get the founder's pick, which is slightly better. It's pretty much a copper pick, blue quality, and that's it. But what you do is you basically go to your crafting station, which you'll be able to find one at the spawn gate, I forget what they're called, and click and craft. I'll be going in much more detail on the crafting in another video. Now that we have our axes crafted, we could go into their stats and ratings. The basics are white through legendary, which is, I believe, orange. I have not seen a legendary pick myself, but I believe they're following the basic MMO qualities. So if you're familiar with MMOs, you should understand the difference. Next then is stats. You have speed, damage, and resource gathering for axes, and on the pickaxes you have an extra one known as size. We'll get into pickaxes a little later. For axes, as you can see right here, they're all slightly different. Every time you craft a weapon, it randomly generates the amount of stats you're going to get. On the axe, the stats are speed, damage, and resource gathering. Speed has to deal with how fast you're swinging your axe, so about how many times you're going to harvest from the tree per second, while the damage is about how much you're going to take out of the tree, and your resource rating is the quality that you can get. You see, all these are resource rating 1s, so as it stands right now, it doesn't matter much on the axes. They do matter a lot more on the pickaxes, but we'll be getting into that in a little bit later. Now let's get into the bulk of the thing, which is chopping wood. All you simply have to do is equip your axe by dropping in the action bar and hitting the number. Now what you do is left click and hold it. As you can see in the lower left corner, we are now gathering different kinds of wood. As you chop through wood, you'll notice that I get everything from plants to exotic woods to plain wood. Your chance to get rarer wood, such as the burled wood right there, as you can see in the lower corner in the chat, is determined by your discovery level, or stat I should say. You get these stats from equipment, and I believe axes could come with them if you craft high quality ones. Now right here I have the keen eye band, which gives me 2 discovery, which means I have an increased chance of getting rarer woods besides the plain wood, which is quite useful. The other thing, there's other trinkets too that involve this, such as the Harving Ring of Bounty, which increases the speed at which I gather resources, which is very useful. And if you have a founder pack or higher, you'll receive this ring. Next up, we'll be covering the pickaxes, which are very similar to the axes. The only difference, they have the stat of size. Size determines the little circle around where you'll be digging. So bigger it is, bigger the area you're mining out. Now when mining, just like when chopping wood, you have a small chance of getting rare materials, such as essence of earth, essence of copper, and so on and so forth. It's important to remember while mining that most minerals are connected to everyone, such as if you dig a copper vein, you'll more than likely find a tin vein. The same with iron. If you're digging up an iron vein, there's a good chance there's a silver vein. As you can see right here, I'm mining silver now, while over here's iron. So if you see an iron deposit and you're looking for silver, there's a good chance it's right under there. Now let's get into tiers and resource ratings. As you can see, I have a bronze pick which has a resource rating of 3. That means with this pick I'm able to mine up to iron, as you can see right here. But with the founder pick with a resource of 2, you'll see I do not have the capability of mining this iron. As you can see in the lower corner, it gives you a little message letting you know you do not have a high enough rating for this. You start the game with a stone pickaxe, which has a resource rating of 1. With a resource rating of 1, you're only able to mine dirt, sand, stone, and copper. But once you upgrade it to the copper pick, you're able to move up to tin and some light gems. As you move up through the resource rating, your ability to mine higher and higher grade materials and upgrade your pick increases. The resource rating as it stands now goes from 1 to 11, with 11 allowing you to mine all materials from all continents from all tiers. Let's jump into tiers now. Tiers determine what material you'll find on the continent and the rarity of that material. Such as on a tier 1 continent is your best chance of finding copper and tin, with a rare chance of finding iron and silver, while if you jump over to a tier 2 continent, you have a much greater chance of discovering iron and silver along with tungsten and gold, but with very minimum amount of finding any tier 1 materials such as copper and tin. I hope this guide was informative and useful for you. If you liked this video, please hit the like button, and if you didn't, please leave a comment below and let me know what I could do to improve. Thank you guys, have a great day.